Hello, and welcome back to Crimson's Outpost. As you can see, the multi-farm, which we built last time, actually decided it didn't look quite right where it was, so I moved everything one block down. Interesting to note, when you break a multi-farm, the circuit board you've put in there was used up, so I had to go make another circuit board. As you can see, I've got a bunch of engines over here. I managed to get some of the wonderful redstone conduit, and I've connected that up so now I can have multiple engines at once. Let me get the levers here. Now, one thing I did learn about this farm is a orchard will not plant the soil or the saplings automatically. You have to do that on your own. However, I can run it as an arboretum for a bit, let it plant stuff, and then change it into a orchard with the circuit board. So I'm going to leave the circuit board out. Now you can see it's ticking stuff down. Now if I go outside, you'll see, now planting soil and seed and the saplings. And it will continue doing this till it runs out of saplings and soil. I don't quite have enough saplings to cover the entire thing. I believe it takes about 3 stacks, give or take, to get enough to cover the entire area. And it does leave this central area unaffected, so like you can put blocks there and put torches in the middle, so it does keep stuff lit up. So I'm going to watch this for a bit. When it stops planting saplings, I'm going to keep an eye on it because I don't want it to chop the trees down. I want to save the trees. Well, actually, maybe I do want to chop the trees down and let it run enough till it's fully covered everything. That's actually a better idea because it'll chop the trees down and take the saplings back into itself and replant them. And then I can turn it into an orchard, which is what it needs to be to get the chestnuts. As you can see, it stopped planting saplings because it ran out. But it's continuing to fill in all the blocks. I did try this earlier just as a test run with the 1 peat engine, as you guys saw, and it wasn't enough to keep it going. You see it's getting close to being done on dirt. And it takes a lot more water to get stuff set up. But once it gets finished, the water level should go back up. Yeah, it looks like it's done with the dirt at the moment, so it's just going to chuttle on here for a bit. The peat is burning. Eventually, I'd like to change that over to the seed oil like I had planned. But for the meantime, the peat is a pretty good alternative. And there's the farm running, and it looks kind of nice. We'll end up putting like walls or fences or something around this to block it off, so people know, don't step on the multi-farm. So, I figured that would be, I guess it's enough water to go up a little bit. So, I'm going to let this run for a bit. I should have enough peat in here to run for quite a while. And I don't have to worry about it burning through all the ash. So the other thing I'm going to do while this is running and restocking itself before I switch it over to an orchard is I'm going to be doing a bunch more magic research. There's a couple neat ideas of stuff I want to do, but to do those I need to delve deeper into the stuff in my Thaumonomicon. So I'm going to do a bunch of that research off camera because it's kind of boring to watch me plug stuff in one spot, figure out if that's needed or not. So, but the one thing I did want to show you guys while I was waiting for some of the parts to finish, I researched the theory of everything. Look at all this nonsense. Some of this stuff was really annoying to get to, like Sonus. The only way I could get Sonus was note blocks. Fungus, well, that's not difficult, just annoying. Poison, I think I had to use spider eyes for that. So now what the theory of everything does is it lets you build the next level wand. problem is, it requires a nether star. I have not seen any skeletons, any wither skeletons at all in my few feeble hops into the nether before I quickly jumped out. The nether in this world is a very scary place. But I believe, if I remember correctly, there's a wand that's, I think it's this one, that's kind of in the middle. It's not quite a wand of the thaumaturge, but it's a little bit in the middle. It holds more viz than my current wand, but less than the wand of the thaumaturge, and this one's not horribly difficult to get. So as you can see, I still have a bunch of stuff around that needs to be researched. So while I'm gone, I'm going to spend some time doing more research. Hopefully pick this stuff up, and sounds like a good plan to me. So I will see you folks in a little bit after the cut, and hopefully my chestnut farm has grown enough that I can swap it over to the orchard like I need to. So see you guys after the cut. Hello, I'm back. As you can see, I've done a bunch more research, unlocked a bunch more things. Still haven't quite gotten these golem cores yet. Got some really neat items unlocked. Couple things which are really interesting and piqued my interest right away. One is Wand of Equal Trade. This wand basically lets you quickly change one block for another. You can change something on the ground with something you have in your inventory. So it's really useful, like if you build a structure out of dirt, and then for some reason later you want stone, or the other way around, you can do a swap relatively quickly. Another thing I found is a portable hole. This pretty much does what it says. It opens a little portable hole. It can only go so far. It has a certain amount of charge on it, and it can only go so many blocks. I don't remember the exact number. And there are some blocks it can't poke through. And then this was the really interesting one, Wand of Dislocation. Now, if I'm reading this correctly, it will let me pick stuff up and move it. Move a block from one spot to another. Well, you may ask, what's the point of that? Well, I'll tell you in a minute. So I have a Wand of Equal Trade here. So I'm going to show this off. I've got some stone blocks. So I'm just going to pop a bit of stone down here. You take the wand and you shift click it, and it shows you what is in the wand right now and how many of them I have in my inventory. So I have 6 stone blocks. If you then left click, it will instantly change, and you notice the countdown number has gone down. Now if you right click, it will change a whole bunch. I think it's like a 3x3 or a 4x4 or something like that, or until you run out of blocks. I only had a couple blocks on me. This was just for demonstration purposes. But it's really cool for changing stuff really quickly. Like I may change the house later to be completely wood or completely stone. I could do that easily with this wand. Just swap everything over. Now the portable hole is pretty cool. Watch this. Haha. Oop. Got it out of there. Didn't quite realize that it would make punch a hole through the floor. That little space, as you can see, is perfectly safe to walk through. You don't want to be there when it closes, because it'll boot you out and do damage. It's not a good idea. But if I punch through here, you can see I can walk straight through, and there we go. Now if I try to go straight down, does not have enough charge. Like I said, it can only go so far. But you can use it to look up, see what's around. Nope, not enough charge there, but yep, and that would, if I'm up here, as you see, will go straight out. It shouldn't let any liquids flow. I can find out. Yeah, I guess water apparently counts as a liquid, or counts as a block, so it's trying to pierce through the water. So you can't do that. But it's kind of cool just to get through stuff quickly. Like if I wanted to get into my cow pen, just cut a hole through the cow pen, jump through, And there we go, and then the hole will close up. And as you saw, did not interrupt the torch. Why do I have a sapling here? That's interesting. Anyway, now, the next thing I want to show you, that wand. The problem is if you try to make the... Yeah, sometimes it glitches out and you'll still see the remains of the portable hole. Magic is kind of scary. The wand, as you see, takes a wand. The wand of dislocation takes a wand of equal trade and a portable hole. The problem is these have to be fully charged. So this wand of equal trade won't let me do the change. So I can come in here, put it here, and yeah, no recipe, no nothing. But if I put the fully one there, you'll see, oh, now it's asking for material. So that's why I made 2 of them ahead of time. And I also grabbed everything I'm going to need to make that. So let me just... Yeah, I thought I threw one over there. Yes, magic is made from corn. So if we come over here, we now see Wand of Dislocation. Only problem, it's going to eat my portable hole. That's kind of useful. I'll probably make another one later. But, haha. Now, the Wand of Dislocation does not have a lot of uses. However, one thing that is in Thaumcraft that is really useful is there's a couple enchantments that can help with stuff like this. You know that my swords and my pickaxes happen to have repair on them. That's something that Tinker's Construct gives them. The Thaumcraft stuff can be enchanted with repair. Where's the enchantments? Enchantments, here we go. Yeah, repair. So this will work for weapons and armor that's made out of thaumium. It will slowly repair them over time. Wands have a bunch of other things. Wands can get potency, which increases damage. Frugal, you use less durability. Charging will slowly repair them. It's repair, but for wands. And treasure works just like fortune, but it's only on equal trade and excavation. Wand of excavation is something I've researched, but I haven't toyed around with much yet. It's basically just really, really quick for digging, and it uses the charge off the wand. So if you have charging, it will repair itself over time. So I should have enough enchantment levels to hopefully get this thing with charging. Just going to eat my little experience berries. And we'll see if it actually will take and give me charging. Hey, there we go. Charging 1. Potency, it doesn't quite do anything on it, but I would just look for the charging enchantment, because now I can use it to move stuff and let it slowly repair itself over time. So I'm going to just quickly move something from one location to the other so you can see how it works. I'm going to take this block. As you see, it's now in the wand. And that block was block moved by Enderman, and it was bugging me. So I'm going to put it back down. Hey. Now, like I said, you may be wondering, well, Crimson, what the hell was the point of that? You can do that just by punching it and picking it back up and moving it. I'm actually going to stick it back here. Well, you may have noticed, if you punch a block, sometimes they'll change. Like the grass block changed into a dirt block. And it'll go back to grass eventually because it grows over. If you do it with stone, if you break it with a pickaxe, you get cobblestone, not smooth stone. But just about anything you can normally get back to its original shape somehow. You know, cobblestone, you can smelt it, you get smooth stone again, or use a minium stone or any other ways to get it back. But there are a couple blocks that when you break them, they disappear. This wand can move those blocks. I actually know where a particular block is, so I'm going to run there now, and I'll be back in just a moment. And here we are. During one of my mining expeditions, I happened to find this abandoned mine shaft, and tucked away here in the corner, I only saw it because of the little fire patches, I found a mob spawner. This one spawns zombies. I would have preferred a skeleton one, but a zombie one will do. What you can do is, this spawner unfortunately is way the hell away from the house, but I want the experience from it. So, rather than come down here and farm the zombies from the spawner, I'm just going to pick it up. And I can bring it back to the house. Pretty neat, huh? So, I'll see you when I get back. And we're back. Looks like the skeleton showed up while I was gone. Yeah, another one over there. Anyway, so I'm just going to put a block of dirt here, take this wand. Haha! I now have a zombie spawner right at my house, which may seem dangerous, but if it's lit up well enough, won't spawn any zombies. I can now make a zombie trap and make them easy to kill. Get lots of experience in zombie brains, I guess. Rotten flesh, stuff like that. Maybe iron. Not too bad. And I think I may have a tool that can do that. Where'd it go? I believe... yeah, here we go. I believe the way this works is it basically will... it counts as a player. It's a block that you put on the ground, and it counts as a player either left-clicking or right-clicking an item. And it will function just like a player would. So I believe if I set that up, which I'll do, I'll build it and practice around with it and see if I can get it placed correctly. If I build that, I should be able to make an automated zombie farm using magic and probably a little bit of science too. I think I'm going to use some of those conveyor belts that I used for my cargo loading system to get the zombies in one specific location. So I'm going to play around with that, and I think I will start and get everything I need for it, and I think we'll do that next time. So thanks for watching. Like, share, favorite this video. If you have any questions or anything, feel free to comment. Otherwise, have fun.